Países and the Dominican Republic lock up Xander Bogaerts and Fernando Tatis. Meeting once again this star-studded Dominican Republic team, one of the favorites in the World Baseball Classic, trying to continue their unbeaten stretch. The lineup that he will face starts off with Cedar Rafaela, Drew Jones, who's being managed by his father, Xander Bogaerts, Ozzie Albies, the hero of yesterday, Didi Gregorius, Hendrik Clementina, Randy Profar, Chadwick Trump, and Ray Patrick Ditter. So many of you are getting ready for your fantasy baseball seasons. I mean, be honest, if you drafted this as your lineup, you probably wouldn't leave. I mean, look at this batting order. Tatis, Marte, Soto, Guerrero, Machado, Caminero, Rodriguez, Austin Wells, and Eric Gonzalez.
Are a big underdog. Even though they have been here, done that, they're facing a great team.
Rafaela puts it on the ground. First test for Gonzalez. The throw across in time to get the speedy Rafaela. It's on you. You get tested right away.
Baseball has a way of finding you, whether it's your first big moment or
second overall pick in the 2022 draft, and he looks at a beautiful sweeper for a strike. And Severino fired up. You don't get that excited on the mound when you're pitching at Goodyear.
This is a quality pitch on a 3-2. He's got one of the best breaking balls. And look, you know, pitch counts are very important because they're limited on what they can do.
First pitch swinging, lined off the bat of Bogaerts to center. And Julio Rodriguez barely had to move to make that catch. Severino retires the Netherlands. 1-2-3 in the top of the first.
So that I'm going to give you here in a second, but.
And it's ball four. Tatis draws the leadoff walk. Not an easy task when you've got Soto on deck, Guerrero to follow, Machado next. Where's the break? And that pops out of the glove of Chadwick Trump. And Tatis will take second. Big rip and a miss, and Franson bouncing back from back-to-back walks, strikes out Juan Soto, and there's one away.
You know you're not in the game long, and that's the worst part, I think, about a tournament when you're starting or pitching.
The 3-2, runners go. Line to the left field, that'll drop down for a base hit. Tatis will score, and the Dominican Republic with a 1-0 lead.
Just a really professional hitter. Guys know what's at stake, and they know.
On the ground up the middle, backhanded by Albies to second for one and on to first, and he threw it into the stands, and a run will score. 2-0. The Dominican Republic checking to see if he needs to appeal the play at second.
This was a very risky play, getting to the bag and then having to navigate the runner, because the runner has to slide and avoid contacting the infielders.
Did Bogaerts beat him?
Just barely.
On the ground, slow roller to the left side. Franson with no play. That'll be an infield hit for Caminero, and the inning continues for J-Rod.
Super frustrating when you know the lineup they have, and then you get this infield hit to just salt the wounds of.
And the 2-2. In the air to center field. Rafaela is there. Plenty of room to make a play. And the side is retired. Now Guerrero got him started with the base hit, and the Dominican Republic feeling good early. 2 on the board through 1.
Some of those pitchers and some of those players to fill the gap.
Albies in the air to shallow right. Tatis coming on to make the catch, and there's one away. Didi Gregorius, 36-year-old veteran, lines this one to right. That ball is well hit. Tatis at the track, leaping up, and that is off the top of the wall. It is a home run. It hit that fence above the wall, and Didi Gregorius, with his second World Baseball Classic home run in his career, gets the Netherlands on the board.
Gotta have moments like that. Maybe he's coming back after a homer like that, but that is a big swing. fastball was supposed to be away, and actually middle away, and Didi, who covers a lot of that plate back when he was playing, wrapped that one just over.
Of this WBC after an 0-for-7 start. Clementina in the air to right center. Rodriguez will call off Tatis and make the catch for the second out.
When Maddox and Glavine pitched, he had the day off. When I pitched, he was busy.
Strikeout of Profar, but Didi Gregorius gets the Netherlands on the board with a home run to right, and a 2-1 game as we head to the bottom of the second in Miami. But also pitch his country on in the World Baseball Classic as he gets Wells to strike out swinging. And there's a cold third strike. Gonzalez caught looking.
They're more ready.
In the air to right. Long run out there for the first baseman Profar. And Jeremy Profar in foul territory makes the catch. A 1-2-3 second for Franson on the hill.
They both are, not only to their country, but the game of baseball.
Chadwick Trump chasing that one outside the zone, and he's out number one in the third. You're talking two Hall of Famers, a 700 home run hitter in Albert Pujols, and Andrew Jones, as you said, one of the best to ever play the position in center field.
10 gold gloves, always posting the amount of players that Dominican Republic have put in.
And Ray Patrick Ditter with a liner into right for a base hit.
This is off of Luis Severino, so I wonder if Andrew will get the wheels going for this young man to try to create something on the base path. I think Boston's going to surprise a lot of people this year.
On the ground to short, charging Gonzalez to second to get the lead runner. And Rafaela's speed, that's all you'll get, and there's two gone. Drew Jones after this ground out.
You can tell how smooth he is with his hands. I mean,
there goes the runner. A 1-2 swung on and missed. And Severino works around the one-out single. Still 2-1 Dominican Republic in the third. Far as high A and couldn't crack the ceiling after that. And Soto puts a charge into this one to right. Going back is Jones. He's going to have room at the track to make the catch. And there's one away. Just got underneath that one that won Soto, and there's one gone in the third.
You got it there. That's exactly right.
Charge down the line. That ball is well hit, and it is gone. A home run for Glad Guerrero, and it's 4-1 Dominican Republic.
Well, right on cue. I mean, these are some of the greatest hitters in our game, and you have to invent ways to get them out because you can't get them out the same way every single time. The quality of that pitch obviously wasn't as good as the first one, but this guy's in another level now since last year.
Signed that big extension at the start of last year, then backed it up as he puts on the custom home run jacket. My goodness, this team is loaded.
Well, this breaking ball did not go in the right spot. It backed up, and it's a recipe for a launch ball. Every hitter will tell you they look for spin, but they look for spin with the big seams, and that one had to look
to keep up with this Dominican Republic as Caminero gets hit. Oh my. Runners go on the 3-2. Into center field, coming on is Rafaela. He'll make the catch. And this will be an easy double play as he'll flip to second, and the side is retired. So a little gamble from Albert Pujols. He sends the runners and lines into a double play, but Guerrero with the big hit. In the air to center field on the 3-2. Rodriguez barely moves for out number one.
It's got to be important in the scope of things.
Lined to right off the bat of Albies for a base hit. Well, the real question is going to be, can you look to other sports that have had a similar challenge system? On the ground, flip to second for one, throw to first, not in time to get Gregorius. Coming up here. Swing and a miss. Luis Severino leaving on a high note. His 60th pitch, a strikeout.
Out of, we're in a dogfight. Just do your part.
Wells in the air, shallow center. Rafaela is there. And there's one away in the fourth.
So learning how to pitch, and so he likes the future of where they're going because they just don't have the depth right now.
That hugs the line. Gregorius on the charge. The throw broad, Profar off the bag, but he was able to get the tag in with the ball snow coating out of the glove for the second out. Tie game through 5. On the ground, diving stop by Profar. Excellent play at first, and the side is retired. 1 man left for the DR in the fourth of 4-1.
On those shoes, and all the images are from when the brothers played for Curacao in the Little League World Series.
Curacao in 07 made a deep run to the semis as this one's grounded towards the mound. Great pickup and throw by Abreu to retire Chadwick Trump for the second out of the 5th inning.
That is in their kitchen right there, and he didn't panic when he bobbled it.
He's just phenomenal. Swing and a miss. Dinner down on strikes, and a 1-2-3 inning for Albert Abreu as we head to the bottom of the 5th in a 4-1 ball game.
Has to do. Hitters are looking to launch.
As Guerrero lines this one to center, Rafaela there for the out.
The argument will be a line drive hitter or the elite guys.
Boy, what a jump at first, and there is absolutely no chance to throw out Soto. And a liner into center field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Soto had to hold to see if it would be caught, so he'll advance to third. Machado with a single to center. Runners at the corners and 1 out. That was a guy like Rob Deere, who was a high power guy, not a great average guy, and not a guy that was going to avoid a strikeout at the plate. But he would hit a lot of home runs, but he didn't carry with it the same sort of feel as that guy does now.
Yeah, the best.
3 balls and a strike. Dominero on the line to left. Dinner looking up. It is gone. A 3-run blast for Junior Caballero. His second home run of the tournament. And the Dominican Republic has broken it open. Up 7-1.
You don't think that feels good after he got hit? No, he didn't get hit. Sorry about that after he walked, but that home run feels great. That connection, that click of the bat, that is what Albert Pujols is trying to get to this young man who can unleash incredible talent.
424 with an exit velo of 116. And you're right, he did get hit. Remember, got hit on that.
He did get hit. I got my elbow. I'm in already bad form. I'm 1 off of every hitter.
Hey, it is March 8th. You can't be expected to be an October 4th.
I agree with you on that.
The depth of this lineup. See the tip that Guerrero's sharing. Like hit the ball out to left. Oh, like that? Okay.
They're striking out a little bit too much. Well, this is top of the zone and just using your hands, quiet, line drive, explode.
What a shot.
And for Mark DeRosa, their manager, they know what's ahead of them.
The 3-1 hit in the air to right. Wells puts a charge into this one, and that ball is gone. Into the second deck for Austin Wells. 9-1 Dominican Republic. High 5 on the board in the 5th. Via 2 long balls for the DR. And Austin Wells with his first hit of this World Baseball Classic, making it count, and a pitching change. The 2-1 hit on the ground to short, backhanded by Bogarts. Full of gas, and Profar can't snare it on the hop. Gonzalez aboard. The 2-0 to Marte. In the air to center field. Pretty well hit. Rafael left to cover a ton of ground out there. Makes the catch. Tagging and scoring from third is Gonzalez. And it's a 10-1 lead for the Dominican Republic. Sacrifice fly for Marte. And now 2 gone. The pain here, the 1-1. Up the middle. Backhanded by Ozzie Albies. That should do it for the inning, and it does. But the Dominican Republic sends 11 to the plate in the 5th inning. They score 6 runs in the 5th. And after 5, have a 10-1 lead.
I wonder what the future holds for him after he uses this experience.
In the air to right, Tatis on the run. Near the line, he'll make the catch for the first out. Check swing roller to the right side and underneath the glove of Marte, and Jones will take his 4th hit of the WBC.
If they win and things fall their way.
Albies down on strikes, and there's 2 gone in the 6th.
And lucky enough to win one, we'll say that.
Swing and a miss. Didi Gregorius down on strikes. We'll see if we can't convince John Smoltz to tell a long high school story when we come back to Miami. The 3-2 pitch. Cole, 3rd strike. Machado thought he was headed to first. Instead, he's headed to the dugout. Jansen with the strikeout, and there's 1 away. Junior Caminero, first pitch swinging. He skies this one in foul territory. The first baseman will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Wells in the air to center field. Rafael pulling off Giuseppe in left field, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Dominican Republic does not score, still 10-1 through 6.
In this format, you're always amped up a little bit more than maybe just a regular spring training game. We've already touched on that.
Wave and a miss, and Clementina down on strikes for the first out of 7th.
But he looks in mid-season form coming out with 3 fastballs saying, go ahead and try and hit it.
Off the end of the bag, Uribe bats it down, scooped up by Wells before the first, not in time, and Profar beats it out. So Profar aboard with 1 out. And Polanco on the horn.
You know, behind the back, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Wells did all he could, but Profar able to beat it. Ground out. And Trump, a line drive to left. Soto drifting back, shy of the track. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. "26 stolen bases combined last year, but a strikeout here ends the 7th inning for the Netherlands. Time to stretch in Miami. 10-1 DR. Eric Gonzalez on the ground to the left side. Xander Bogarts will throw across, and there's 1 gone. Offense, U.S., Japan. Will put up a lot of runs as Lake is called out on strikes. And there's 2 gone in the 7th. And the team that can figure out how to shut the other down is... And this crowd, in the midst of doing the wave, will look out and see Juan Soto coming to the plate. 1 swing away from ending this ball game. Subaran on the mound to face Juan Soto. 0 for 2 this afternoon. Marte at first. Soto, first pitch swinging. High fly ball. Deep right center field.
Well, third or fourth at bat. So watch out for that first pitch. First pitch, fourth at bat, game over.
It doesn't happen often, but a rare seventh-inning walk-off in Miami. And a 12-run final for the Dominican Republic. And this is going to be one special team to watch through this World Baseball Classic.
They are. They're confident. They're talented. They got a Hall of Fame manager. And they can score some runs.
More from Miami in a moment with the Dominican Republic winning it in 7 innings, 12-1.